just saying, you only have yourself to blame because if you'd done your thing and become a preacher and kept the word of God alive, people would have religion to get like obsessive about.
Yeah.
But instead they're getting obsessive about the pool in the garden of the house.
What you're telling me is that I haven't done my job right, and that's why I'm no longer a priest.
Well, no, I'm saying
I wasn't really a priest.
I think a lot of things that people get angry about these days are actually a substitute for what religion used to do for them.
Which is a very fair point because, okay, so for context, I was in this house owners meeting. It's kind of a yearly meeting where they talk about budgets.
House owner associates.
House owner associates. So basically, my partner owns an apartment, right?
Oh, so it's a bunch of rich dickheads.
Yeah, it's basically...
And then you, the cuck.
Yeah. Landlord's meeting, basically. It couldn't be any worse. I live with one, so, you know.
Was she at the meeting? Or
she did go to the meeting. She asked me if I would go with her because it's so mind-numbingly retarded.
A bit of footsie under the table.
there was a little bit. At one moment, so there's a lot of paperwork that goes with it. At one moment, I just took one of the papers and just wrote in very large letters that others could see as well, "I don't give a fuck." And just handed it over to Jolly, and she just starts laughing apropos of nothing. So it's like, we were the kids in class basically.
You're just not. I can imagine the rest of them. They just don't take it seriously.
Fuck yeah. The guy so we were sitting in a U-shaped kind of situation, and the guy sitting across from me, he was just like piling on the janitor for not cutting the hedges right.
How dare you, that janitor?
Yes, fuck me dead. And I was like, yeah, I don't give a fuck, guys. Like, I have to leave. I hated my life so much. But here's the best part. This made my day. So, in a weird way. So the building that we live in, it's 3 different buildings, and one of those buildings has no balcony at a spot where it most definitely should have a balcony. And after a while, when we lived there, we figured out why that is. So apparently, there was a neighbor across the street who put in an injunction that the owner of said apartment will never be able to build a balcony because it apparently overlooks that neighbor's garden. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, can you guys follow?
Yeah, he wants to have a wank in his garden without...
He's an old bloke with a big yard, and apparently the neighboring chick of nearly 70 years old is apparently too horny to have a balcony. That's basically what happened. Right.
I'm not surprised.
Okay, so today in the meeting, this lady goes, all right, I have some news. I might actually be able to get my balcony now, so we might have to go and as a union, basically, because it's part of the house. We might have to approve a change that there will be a balcony. It's like, oh yeah, that's interesting. Why? He died. I was like, oh yeah, interesting. Interesting.
Finally.
So are you already talking to the heirs or how is this working? Oh no, he died 3 days ago.
She was waiting.
The
body's not even cold yet. It's like, give the man a breather, so to speak.
Is there an investigation as to how he died?
Oh, it would be so great. Imagine that. Imagine if he got because she cannot have her fucking balcony.
You know what? Fair. I hope she fucking killed him.
Man.
Shot him with a poison dart. You know?
Okay, I'm happy with that story now because it paid off in a way.
How often do you have to have these meetings?
Once a year.
Okay, but there's more stuff going on throughout the year, is it?
No, not really. There is mostly budget shit.
Okay.
That poor janitor is like, this is the day.
He's our neighbor, and he's actually a really lovely guy.
Sure.
Was he in the meeting as well?
Of course, yeah. That's why that cunt was piling onto him. He was just like,
"Wow,
you're not doing it right, mate." But he's that person who basically hates the janitor. Every single meeting, he chooses a fight with him for whatever reason. I mean, it could be one year he had a complaint about the janitor not parking right.
I know why.
Yeah.
Because he got home one day and saw the janitor leaving his apartment a little bit too quickly. You know what I mean?
I'm just
To be perfectly honest, I wouldn't touch that with a stick.
I'm just
his
trimming
wife.
trimming your
she's
house
horrible.
plants. God.
She needed a bit of a trim of the bushes, you know?
Oh my
Stop
God.
talking about my wife like that.
I think.
But I mean, this is the sort of stuff like for in England there's a huge fetish of buying your own home, and you're just basically getting a mortgage, and your home always belongs to the bank.
Yeah.
Same here.
Yeah, and to me, and you think of the rent you pay monthly. In theory, yeah, well, depending on the house price, you save money. But in the end, it's just like for me, not having to deal with something like that is worth
What I realize,
penny.
what I realize with this particular situation is that owning a house is a scam. It's a Ponzi scheme, a very strange Ponzi scheme, because along the food chain of how many people are making money, of how many parties bought into this? 8, 12. There's 12 parties involved in the whole building. You guys have seen it. It's like these 3 blocks with apartments in it, and the amount of money that is being paid to just overhead shit for because some neighbor is suing another neighbor or these sort of things. There's a whole industry. There's lawyers that are just making money of us, and they will continue to make money for the next good decade. They know that it's not a lot. They make a couple of grand every year, but if they have a good 100 mandates like this, it's just 300,000 just there, but by just occasionally sending a letter. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
God.
It's a fucking scam.
Well, go to the bank, get a loan, and blow it on whiskey and hookers. You know?
Technically, we shouldn't own ground and houses anyway. So let's go into this.
Well, that's the great reset. It's your own nothing and be happy.
Right.
Have you heard this line?
Yeah, it says Harry's never been hungry.
Yeah, that's true.
But he would own that hunger,
Oh, true that. Yeah, it's your hunger. No one can take that away from you.
Exactly. It would be his, and it pays dividends.
Yeah, God. I think I might have had a brainwave over the last few days on how we can solve wealth inequality.
Here we go.
Let's start the podcast on that note.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we should do that.
Intro and then world equality.
Okay, we're going to solve wealth inequality.
This is the X, Y, and Z podcast.
It's a low energy.
So
Let's do a
forced.
low energy because it's fucking
It's
hot.
fucking hot today.
This is an X, Y, Z podcast. Yeah.
I'm here with my man, Harry Fox. And my man, Dinara. And my ball sweat.
Sweaty
Ew,
balls.
stop it.
Come on.
What's wrong with you?
He does talk. He talks a lot about his balls. He's like his go-to
He's
closer is.
I learned this, guys. Before we get to world equality solving, I got to think about balls here. I learned the other day that there's 2 types of guys. One type of guys that enjoy some ball fondling, and then the other type don't enjoy it at all, and we don't know about each other.
Really?
I'm not into ball play.
You're not, are you?
No.
I like it. I mean, I'm not the. Not,
See, like to us, it's like, why? What the fuck?
It doesn't. It kind of hurts actually if someone does it wrong anyway. So why the fuck?
I mean, not any. I'm not into the whole like slapping and kicking.
No,
and,
but like
Oh,
a
I'm
touch.
just glad.
just like some gentle caressing,
No.
a bit of.
No, me,
Doesn't
I'm like,
do
no,
anything for me.
'Cause you've got skin there. It's sensitive. It gets like
that's the weirdest thing.
it gets the blood moving upwards. It's
Dude,
like-
I get more out of it if I get my fucking belly massaged. To be perfectly honest,
Yeah, stick a finger in my
it's
butt
just-
here. It's way better than ball fondling.
what the fuck?
it's not like a whole thing. It's just like a
Yeah, but you enjoy it.
yeah. But
I prefer my balls just not being touched.
I mean,
why
while
are you touching them?
getting your dick sucked or something, and there's a bit of ball fondling along the
Go
way.
around the back.
Bit of yeah. The whole thing.
The
it's
gooch is even better.
Taint.
Whatever, yeah.
I think
Just stroke that a
this is
bit.
really interesting.
That's what I'm saying, right?
You must have some kind of different skin or something.
Maybe.
like, so do you,
No, I know why it is, Harry, because you are so desensitized because you're cut. So, Dean and I, we still have feelings in our penises.
Yeah, and our hearts.
And
no, but seriously, like,
you're basically like, have you heard this about people tetraplegics and stuff?
no.
They get off by massaging their ears because that's the
Oh.
last thing that they properly feel. I think you with a cup penis, that's basically it. So your go-to is just another overlap of
But-
skin.
But that's not how that works, by the way. But
I know.
just let you make up.
I'm making a
making up
hypothesis
a
that's
whole, like-
halfway funny, but you kind of murdered it on the way.
You made a Balls of the Rings franchise kind of scenario.
Yeah.
It's a whole. But wait, so when someone's like fondling your ball sack, it's not actually the balls. I don't like the balls being. You touch even a slight squeeze.
Okay, we're
fucking hurt.
already.
we
We're
get that.
progressing. The skin of the sack is sensitive and it feels nice.
Sure.
Someone gives it a bit of a stroke.
No.
You don't have that feeling?
Wasting your time.
Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Might as well play jigsaw or something.
I
I
mean,
don't know.
you know, like after a few hours, you want a bit of variation. Like,
No, that's something different.
when
What are you saying that like they stretch it out and like fucking change it like a duvet cover? Like
And by the way, I'm very
Origami.
partial to.
Look, I made a swan.
I'm very partial to free balling. By the way, that's great. Like walking around in the house.
But so wait, but tell me, like, so what do you feel? Do you feel anything if someone touches your scrot?
I have stopped feeling things.
So
a long
there's
time
no
ago.
there's
No,
no sensation.
It doesn't really do anything. You might as well touch my knee.
if
Wow.
unless how about what? I feel weird talking about this. What about when
Well, you brought it up, man.
No. There's one specific little thing that I enjoy, which has only happened to me
Okay,
once.
this is why.
What's a little when somebody farts and your balls deep inside them and they just fart and just that little
Pussy
air.
fart.
No,
A queef.
it's just a normal fart,
A normal fart.
but just blows your ball hairs like.
Yo!
That shit's amazing,
Oh,
but it's more of like an aeration.
Yeah, but it's also hot air, so that's not.
Yeah, but I think it's actually more you like because women are always uncomfortable when they fart. There's like a little bit of shame when you say it, like a little bit of oh no, I farted,
No, I'm like, please
and then they tense
eat
up.
this burrito.
Oh. No, I just had an idea how to write a joke differently. Fuck.
Okay, write it down.
Write it down.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I don't have my phone.
It's like is your brain going like this where like your kind of balls are acting like an opening, like a little balloon that goes.
Yeah, it will kind of.
It's like when your
it
butt
would rattle a bit.
on a hot day like today, and you let one out, and just your butt cheeks kind of like separate slowly and then slap at the end.
Yep. Yeah. It's like a fart whip.
Yeah, fart whip. Harry's looking confused.
No, I'm just
You're
like
picturing-
Don't act, Harry.
You put scrotums and sex and all kinds of stuff in my head, so my brain's going off.
It's
Cool.
not like we
Actually-
are introducing new thoughts to your brain.
Yeah, come
It's-
on.
I was interested, like a little thing, like the thing with the ear. I was actually with a lady once who could come from having her ear licked,
Really?
like literally full orgasm.
So what was
Well,
it
there-
like
there
making
are-
what was it like making a woman come for the first time? I had to.
There are some fantastic nerve endings in your ear.
Yeah. And
Just
I
not
mean,
your ball sack.
but that's another thing. Like from what I've heard, like maybe that's a divider for women. Some hate having tongues near their ear. Like some are like, why the fuck are these? Why do guys keep sticking their tongue in my ear? Like,
Yeah.
Because there was one girl that liked it,
Yeah.
and now we don't stop.
And now all women are the
Yeah.
same. And
So why do you keep doing it, Harry? Okay, now how do we solve world inequality?
Hang on. Why did you say that I'm talking a lot about my balls? I don't think I talk about my balls that much.
on stage, it's,
I have one joke.
Yeah, I know, but it's your closer.
It's your
Yeah.
best joke.
It's your big finish. Yeah.
That says a lot about me.
The
to be
greatest
perfectly
joke you
honest.
ever wrote.
It works every time.
Yeah.
Actually, wait, before we get into world inequality, have you found this thing? It's like there was a guy at In Your Face last Sunday is doing his second show ever, and he got
He did well.
You saw him, yeah.
Yeah.
He got multiple applause breaks. He fucking nailed it. He came on. The setup was second time doing comedy, and we knew he was with this group of nerds from the university.
That's how they do
IT
well, because they bring
IT
friends.
guy.
And then he comes up on stage,
Genuinely funny though.
and for 30 seconds he's going, my name, and he's pretending. Well, he's acting like he can't. He's lost the power of speech.
He
And then
went
he
as far as looking like he had a stroke.
Mm.
And then he goes, "Got you all there," and he got the crowd like this, and then he went into it. He's like, "Wow!" And there were these two women here. I don't like making eye contact with them, but it was nice how you partly had that motherly look on your face that you're going to look after me. And he just, I'm killing this joke.
Yeah.
Dean's,
He
Dean's
just
not
sounds like an
getting
idiot now.
yeah. But
Yeah, you definitely didn't do it.
But
justice.
the point is like, do you find like if you think back to when you first started comedy, like you had crazier ideas about what you'd have for jokes?
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting. I was thinking about this.
No, I
recently.
had even less punchlines.
Yeah, maybe, but I mean, and then you go through like your phase of telling all the like racist, rape, whatever, do all the awful shit because you've got a microphone and you can say anything.
Like a decent person, I had never joked about rape.
But
No, and I just did it. No.
Yeah, I would just rather back after the show.
and then I mean there was
Now this podcast is getting cancelled.
there was a comedian last night at Down Under who he's already his second time he's already going for I'm gonna say all the awful shit. Did not go.
No, it never does.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid.
But we all do it.
I did it to an extent.
Oh, he's trying to claim he's better than this. Okay, go ahead.
No, I'm not claiming that at all.
His closer is a ball slap joke.
Okay.
Yeah, I have not grown in any shape or form. I
Only
think
the
this is reflective of my comedy that I actually haven't grown. The one thing that I shied away from was Hitler routines.
Yeah.
And still I had one. And
You had one recently, or?
no, not recently. No,
Oh, okay.
no. I did learn. I made a Second World War reference, which was super lazy and cheap.
Mm.
But well, you know, it's a common thing. This guy actually didn't really. I was a bit surprised. His material. I was a little bit jealous for his second gig. Was it?
He's a smart guy. Yeah,
he did extremely well.
But that I think the thing that I've seen, he had pretty good stage presence considering he's a nerd, but also it's just like he clearly put in work to write this material.
And he put work into his chest as well. You can tell.
Oh yeah.
He's one of those IT guys that go. Yeah, he's one of those IT guys that go to the gym now. They exist. It's
Okay.
fucking weird. Hey?
Good for him.
Yes.
IT guys often go to the gym.
They do now, yeah. Back,
It's the only way they get laid.
but I think it's also because programming's got too easy. Back in the good old days, you had to live it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no,
So
it's
what
true.
you're basically saying is you got invaded by gym bros in in your little
All the
nerd
idiots.
pit
You look at those like
of awkward weirdos.
Wozniaks and all those people. They were just in their mum's basement like all the
Yeah, they
fucking
never
time.
fucked. Actually, that's true.
And now programming's got easy enough. You can actually have a life alongside it. It's
I can't relate. My first jokes were talking about trauma in general, like growing up in South Africa. You know, I think one of my punchlines was, and
so
then my dad shot him. And, you know, nobody can relate to real life jokes, apparently.
So wait, you didn't grow either.
No, not much at all. Yeah. I'm still trying to educate the populace on reality.
White poverty is a thing in Africa.
It is.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
All right. Poverty, inequality. How do we
Nice.
solve inequality?
Easy.
We've tried communism. Didn't work. We've tried.
Communism was done wrong, though.
Okay, but
Okay, I get what you point.
lay it out.
let's just keep it simple. We're still
Wow.
we're still
I'm saying this at my next meeting at the WHO.
we're still doing capitalism, and it's not working. Where everyone's pissed off, you're the 1%, the job, the
Fuck them.
the Bezos,
Burn
the
it.
Zuckerberg,
Burn it
etc.
to the ground.
But the thing is, if you burn it to the ground, you just
Burn
replace
it.
it with something else. You
No,
need,
ashes.
I
Sorry.
think we fix this with one small solution. You get to every billion you get to means you have to suck off one homeless guy every morning at 9 a.m. Just
So wait,
it's a rule. It's
okay.
like,
So
Hold up. Let him try and.
so if you got 6 billion, 6 homeless dudes, and
every day.
and it's broadcast live to the world. We get to watch Jeff Bezos suck off a dirty homeless guy, and it fixes everything.
How does this fix anything?
Because we stop hating Jeff Bezos.
No.
Wait, yeah, because you get to watch him. You go like that cunt, he with his warehouses, but then you watch him. He's like, oh, look at him suck that dirty homeless dick. Like, and the guy is like,
I get what you're
covered
trying
in
to say, but you're projecting yourself a little bit onto Bezos. Because what if
He likes it.
he fucking likes it? Then every day, everyone just has to wake up and watch fucking Jeff Bezos get laid
what?
and watch porn. Bezos porn every day,
At least
6
then,
times.
At least then we learn something. We're like, okay, I don't have what it
And
takes
then
to be
what?
a billionaire because
Yeah,
I'm
but
not going
now-
to suck off homeless.
Now that all the
dudes.
billionaires sucking off homeless dicks, they're just gonna go back on the street and then come back the next day. Still
So
fucking
all they get out
inequality.
of all they get out of
The
it
free
is
blowy.
getting their dick sucked.
And then usually do that for money for drugs anyway.
yeah,
And then there will be dick suck inequality.
Yeah.
Because how homeless do you have to be?
Yeah, right? How exactly?
we want peak homeless, but we want
What's that like? No
we
shelter
want
for the
guys
night, kind of.
where their trousers have not been removed for their body for months. It's like you gotta.
Once again,
like,
he might like that.
he might, but chances are he isn't.
Can I tell you a disgusting
Imagine
story?
that steam.
And assuming he doesn't, okay, so you've possibly does, but probably doesn't. And then how quickly is homelessness going to get solved by Jeff Bezos? He's going to be like, I've got one thing I can do. I can make sure all the
That-
homeless people are not homeless anymore.
Someone will make it a choice then. Homelessness is a choice,
Yeah,
man.
there's going to be some people that want to get sucked by Jeff Bezos.
I'd fucking sleep on the street for a month if that guy will suck me off.
Yeah, and then you're on TV. People will be like, yeah, hi, Mom. Woo. Getting sucked by Jeff
Homelessness
Bezos.
will literally become
It is.
increase. It'll increase.
I think it's
You've done the opposite of solving world inequality. You've made it worse, which I didn't think
Yeah,
was possible.
No, and then you know what will become a thing. It will be totally a thing when you're after uni. Instead of a gap year, you do a year of homelessness, like voluntary homelessness. It just becomes this counterculture thing.
Yeah, the thing is, what you don't understand is how many billions Bezos has. Isn't he a fucking trillionaire?
No, not yet.
Almost.
No, his wife got a bunch of it.
Yeah, so what? He's got like what, 70 billion plus?
So we keep.
So it would be 70 guys.
Blowjobs a day.
Yeah.
What's the record? There was a record in a porn
I've seen
recently.
And he's got to blow them to completion. So, but look, it's exponential because at a certain point you've like when you got 70 billion, you got to suck off 70 homeless. That's half your day is sucking off homeless dudes.
Like I said, how
slow
do you
the man
know?
down.
How do you know he's not fucking good at it?
If he gets
He will
good at
be.
it,
He will be.
if he gets good at it, if he can blow
That's
70
an hour
guys
in the morning.
But that's also the assumption that you grow your dick sucking with your wallet. So if you start with 1 billion, you start with 1. Bezos would have to start straight off the bat with 70,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, you get a line of
That's problematic. So it will basically, that's an argument against inheritance. So you don't want to make it too tough on your offspring. If you give them like your 50 billion,
yeah.
you just give away. You're like, boys.
No, it's my
Start-
daughter, you know.
No, there's no daughters involved.
Oh, yeah, women don't inherit nothing. It's all
No.
the boys, yeah.
So boys goes like, okay, look guys, I have 50 bill. But you know how hard it is for me, so I want to make it easier for you. You only get 1.
Start you off with a
exactly.
light 10, you know.
It's and the thing is, because we've tried with taxes, they're always like finding sneaky ways, but you can't hide a public dick sucking. Like
That's the thing. I'm still on the side. Like, if they enjoy it, they'll get good at it. You know
But
the 5
okay.
rules of success. How successful people wake up at 4 a.m. every day.
Oh,
That's the
God,
first
yeah.
thing. He's waking up at 4, an hour of blowjobs, and then he's hitting the gym and doing breakfast. You know.
yeah, fair
I'll
enough.
wake up at 10 and miss the whole fucking blowjob show.
but fair enough. But the thing
It's
is,
on repeat on Stan.
Oh, thank God.
the thing is like
CNN.
I think there aren't. There can't be many people that want to suck a really dirty dick, an unwashed dick.
I'll tell you something. Can I tell you a real story quick? I read Brandon Novak's book, an addiction memoir. It's about recovery. Brandon Novak,
yeah, I know. I've
yeah.
seen the guy talking.
He's amazing. Brandon Novak's definitely an idol of mine. He hit the height of fame and riches a couple
But he
times,
was
but
also
also
dick sucking.
yeah, he was an addict, lost everything, and became proper like homeless street addict, right?
Yeah.
And there was one story that he says where every day he went to go and steal something or hustle something for cash for his hit of the day. And one day this old guy in like a nice sports car said, "Yo, I want to suck your dick for," I think it was like $100 or something.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, "Okay." Now Brandon Novak hadn't at this point, it's been sleeping on the streets of Baltimore, so for months, right? He hadn't showered, nothing. He said that his own stench made him gag, you know. And this guy gives him a blowjob in his car, and Novak at the end of it pretends to orgasm, and takes the money and is.
How do you do that? You spit in his face?
No, I don't know. You never faked an orgasm?
If he's sucking, anyway,
But
all right.
Details.
I doubt moisture or like, you know, anyway. Yeah, but then he gets out of the car and he's like, you know, he takes the money and he says, "Fuck you, dirty fucking pig," you know, but he enjoyed it the whole time. I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, but that's the point.
It's a crazy story.
but-
There will be someone out there who will do it.
Probably, but then it's publicly televised. So
But then the thing is, Bezos will like create like an offshore person instead of an account.
Oh,
So this
stand-in.
person will be the richest person in the world, giving all the blowjobs, and then Bezos will just, you know, take what he needs.
I was just thinking that he would have a body double.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
Sucks off people.
I mean, there could be.
Where's all the loopholes, Harry?
There's going to be loopholes, but
Flaws in your system.
yeah, but it's
You've done nothing for the world.
it's. I think it's harder to disguise
I guess it's quite
public
hard.
dick
Yeah.
sucking than
deep
putting your
fake.
money in Panama or whatever. but
So would that be the Alex Joneses of the world? They would then basically argue that who of the billionaire has a stand-in, and it's the lizard people sucking off non-homeless gays.
yeah, I mean, it's got to be, because I was reading a thing about the French Revolution that got me onto this, because you know,
Why did they introduce dick sucking first and then
they-
chopping off heads?
they chopped off the heads. Yeah, they
Okay,
didn't
fair
suck-
enough.
They didn't.
It's like I read my
Heads-
history wrong.
Heads weren't sucked; they were chopped. But it's like you've got to have that threat underneath. Well, the problem is when you have like a French Revolution or like the Russian Revolution where they killed all the landowners, is that it was followed by a massive famine because they killed all the people that produced
fine.
food.
And now look at us. At the homeowners association, you know.
Yeah, fuck.
No, but so you
I was
shouting at the
thinking a
janitor.
little bit of murder in there would have solved a bunch of problems. I tell you what.
Me and that landlord of yours are gonna fucking start something.
Holy shit.
Oh, actually, now I remember now where this came from. A friend of mine, she was from Serbia, and she said they used to have a tradition in the communist system in Serbia that
Kill the richest person every year.
no,
I'm behind that.
the intellectuals, the people that got the education because it was arbitrary chosen in effect. Once a year there was a celebration where they had to go and perform in all the villages, like whatever kind of performance, and also be humiliated by the villagers.
Why? Because they're the smartest person in the room.
Yeah, it was just a way. It was to flip the
so
switch.
basically what you're telling me right now is that Pol Pot just took it a step too far.
Yeah.
Where he took the intellectuals and then just killed them all.
Yeah, you don't want to go because you need people. People are useful for things.
What are you talking about though? I've never heard that story. Like for
I
someone
forget
who's
the
so
name.
It's
highly
a great
educated.
equalizer. Yeah, because okay, so in in the system that was in place in Serbia and in Russia at the time was the state chose who would get a university degree and which kind of degree, by the way,
And then humiliated.
and who would work as a farmer, and in order to appease the blue collar crowd,
my God.
so not to have
Really?
another fucking horrifying murder situation. Yeah.
I guess that's what the difference is of having an education and not. I can't wait until the smart kids come and I can fuck them up. This is like high school bullying, pretty much.
Basically, yeah.
But I think that's what I technically what Harry is doing here, having Jeff Bezos suck a dick, that's literally hazing.
Yeah,
It's basically a hazing ritual. What you're introducing for rich cunts.
But the thing is, if you do get a guy who loves sucking dick, let's just say Jeff Bezos, he develops a massive.
Have you seen
dirty
this guy?
He's probably got all the fetishes, but if
He shot a giant dick rocket into space.
yeah,
I think he has actually none, and he's just portraying this overly sexualized.
Yeah. He puts
Persona.
a sheet over anyone who tries to
I
have
think
sex
he's
with.
actually dry as they come. Like he's just.
but
What sex?
if you like, on the one hand, it may be like catharsis to watch him do something he hates, but if he actually enjoys it, and then at least when you look at Jeff with his 60 billions or whatever, you're like, the man can suck a lot of dick.
I
Like,
think this is where your theory falls through the cracks, because first of all, he's taken away valuable jobs from porn stars, and I don't.
Another good point.
I don't abide by that. So he's already ruined most jobs out there.
That's not true. There's always room. We're just talking about the billionaire sucking dirty homeless
Yeah,
dick.
but that becomes
category.
because this is apparently also the first porn that is on public television according to your rules.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they
what
should be
about
watched.
all the others that have been doing porn
I think-
consistently for the last
Exactly.
20 years?
I think it should be watched in school as well. You get the teacher goes, now class, we're going to watch.
Time for the morning dick suck. Starring today Jeff Bezos, Steve Jobs, and
They're going to introduce split screen again, like they did in 24, the TV show. It's just, you have like every corner, and depending on how rich you are, the bigger the picture on the multi-screen image is.
this is like an infographic of how rich people are. You know what would be better? I'm not with this theory at all because it doesn't solve any problems. In fact,
But
it makes
we
more.
haven't,
But
we
let
haven't
me
tried
finish.
it. We've tried
Let
other
me-
things. I'm just saying, let's try
talking over
something
me,
new.
Harry.
Go ahead.
We need a glory hole situation.
Okay.
So
Okay, go on.
do you know what I'm saying? So maybe they can do it all at once, like the pit, like Bezos. So it's 70 homeless men. Let's say for 70 billion.
Sure.
All of them in one glory hole. So it's just this like one circular shape of just penis that he has to
How-
just rub his.
The logistics of this make no sense to me.
I don't know where I'm going with this. Okay.
But
There's
that's
so many
making-
flaws in it already.
But that's making it more efficient. That's the problem. It should be a slow, like if you've got 70 billion, you have to one at a time suck each of those dirty holes. You got to
Why?
tear down those trousers that are caked
Why don't
in
we just
dirt.
kill Bezos, give his money to the homeless people? Done.
Because
Because then
the
they'll be
same as
richer
the-
than us.
The same as the French Revolution. It doesn't work. That type of wealth. The problem. What I'm saying is that the solution is not to do anything with the wealth. It's to add a fly in the ointment of a billionaire. So it's like there's a disincentive. It's
But
not
technically,
all
what
upside.
in your head also, you're creating an incentive not to be rich, right?
Trying to.
Technically,
at least there is
I want
some
to be more
price.
rich now.
There's some. If you want to suck homeless guys,
Yes.
but you can do that
I
anytime
do that
you
for
want.
free.
Yeah,
anyway.
exactly. I mean, they're hard to find in Switzerland, but
the billionaires or the homeless
the
people?
homeless, the homeless guy. There's more billionaires
We'd
than
probably
homeless,
shoot
probably.
the TV series here in Switzerland.
Do you think actually could there be more millionaires than homeless people
In Switzerland?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Most likely.
Wow, that's
I know all 5 of them.
all 5
the
homeless.
homeless people.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of dick sucking.
real talk, real quick though. I think looking like, you know how like we look at our great grandparents, whatever, and they go, "Oh, the war, how was that ever allowed to happen?" You know what I'm saying? I think our version of that will be homelessness. One day, future
You're
generations
fucking
will look
right.
back and be like, "What the fuck were people doing?
Yeah,
How was
absolutely.
that even allowed to happen?"
It's I mean, but
What, Christian? We
Wait.
need them.
No, that's not what I'm trying to
Actually,
say.
but what you just said, Dean, that in growing up in the UK, that is part of the philosophy. We need losers to scare the rest of the people.
Fuck that.
That's part
It's
of
dumb.
the
That's how capitalism generally works.
yeah.
It's you have seen these fucktards that go to schools and they want to inspire kids out of poverty. You know what I'm talking about? It's like
Yeah.
with these dumb speeches in like
Mm.
just believe,
believe
Russell-
your own bullshit, but it basically negates everything that is privilege or whatever. But that fucking bores me. The problem I see with I'm already starting the sentence wrong. Why would I address the problem? I wonder if homelessness is going to be the biggest issue that our generation will be facing down the line.
No, I'm not saying the biggest issue, but
It will be one.
What are you afraid of, Christian? What's your greatest fear?
yeah,
in
if
the
not
future?
homeless. This.
My biggest fear is that we are completely oblivious of what is going to bite us in the ass because we are looking at everything that's around us. We are looking down the barrel of potential nuclear war, which we've had
We always do that.
40 years. Yeah, it kind of seems like someone just resuscitated Jerry Bruckheimer.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh fuck, now we have to watch all these fucking movies again.
Right?
It's just, suddenly Bruce Willis made sense in his
Oh my God.
in the 80s
I mean,
and 90s.
They were fun movies to watch.
Yeah,
that's
they're good. At this point, I'm kind of like, will somebody just fucking launch a nuclear bomb already? Like, just do it.
Because the great thing about these stories was there was a clear-cut enemy. And then suddenly the enemy became a bit more vague or Asian. And then it became a hate crime. I'm sorry.
Sure.
You know,
he's
when,
got a point.
do
Are we
you
talking about
remember when
Rami
James
Malek?
Bond when James Bond had that weird conflict with North Korea with Diamond Face?
Yeah.
It's just like, what? It's like, we don't really know how to deal with this. Like,
And there were like a couple of years where it was always the South Africans were the bad guys.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
began with
Because of their accent.
yeah.
it began with Lethal Weapon.
Oh, that was so great.
That guy's accent was fucking weird. It was like hearing that in a movie. I'm like, okay.
So that's how you guys sound, right?
Yeah, apparently.
To Hollywood.
Or like a fucking Dutchman.
What was the famous phrase? Immunity.
Oh yeah, it's diplomatic immunity.
Diplomatic immunity.
Oh, fuck. It's coming back. Diplomatic immunity, Mr.
Yeah,
Mr.
okay,
Riggs.
but
Mr. Riggs.
South Africa was great because it was just 5 white guys, basically, that fucked up, and the rest of the white world could look at them and was like, look how racist these guys are. We are not that bad. And then, so, that's all it
Kinda
was.
true. Yeah, we gave our racism a name.
Yeah, but
Oh, fuck.
But I mean, I totally agree with you on the homelessness. It's insane that America allows that shit to go on. But I think it actually, from everything I've seen and heard about that, actually the homelessness problem that they have exposes just deep levels of dysfunction and corruption in America. And we see them like in Europe. It's like, but they're a Western country. Like, how can they allow this?
Yeah.
But their system is so deeply corrupted on regional basis that they can't. Yeah, the only way, and it's actually probably unsolvable because you need a dictator with someone dictator level powers to force through the types of changes to stop homelessness.
Or billionaires sucking dicks.
Yes, Jeff
I was going to
Bezos.
say something else, but okay.
Jeff Bezos is
No,
going
Harry
to
is
sell
starting
that
to
shit.
sell me. Like, I can totally see that because I already have an idea for the jingle for when the dick sucking comes on.
How does it go? Give us a jingle.
Do you remember the band Erotic?
No.
Okay, I think it was a Swiss thing. There was a band called Erotic, and they had a song called Billy Boy. It was about the condom.
What?
It was horrifying.
Oh my god!
It was fucking
I
horrifying.
haven't heard this.
Yeah. Yeah.
How does the jingle go?
Nope. I will not sing this. I will not sing. It's worse than Barbie Girl, I can tell you that.
Oh God! But listen, I've got a problem with this theory now because I like some of the billionaires. I know. I know most of you right
Holy
now
shit.
would never think I would ever say that.
Yeah.
But Dr. Dre's a billionaire.
Oh, he is
Is
as
he?
well.
Is he
Yeah.
a
He's pretty
billionaire?
cool.
After the Apple deal.
Yeah. There's a Beats by
He sold
Dre in this room.
He sold Beats to Apple. I mean, fuck me. That's
But
I don't want Dre to
how
suck
many,
dick.
How many billions?
I mean, enough to suck a dick.
or a few.
I don't want him to suck a dick.
It's just the rules. I'm
Rather
sorry.
give him the money away.
It's the injustice of the new dick sucking system.
The injustice.
Everybody's got to suck some dick.
Only the billionaires.
I like how
Yeah.
you said injustice in the new dick sucking system.
No, because it's got all the elements of cancer. Up to $1 billion, you're still incentivized to like work hard and do all that shit that we love.
950 cut off. So
Yeah.
you get portfolio managers who specifically train to hit that 999.99 mark.
Yeah. Quick, you got to spend a cent by tomorrow, unless
And
you're
then-
By
sucking
the way,
a dick.
when is cutoff? Actually, that's a very good question. When's the cutoff? Once a year, every month, once a day?
Well,
what are we doing?
It's
Yeah, that's a
daily
good point.
basis.
Daily basis.
I
So
want it every
T
day.
minus 1. Dick suck.
you have 6 hours to spend $5 million, or else you got to suck a dick.
I mean,
tomorrow.
there's got to be some threat. It's probably or you get guillotines. So-
guillotine. Now we talking, Harry.
But what are we talking here? Are we talking head off, or are we introducing something a bit more
we start with the fingers.
right?
Yes.
I was going with toes because then people
Toes.
fall over. Have you heard this? So if you lose a toe,
If you lose a pinky toe,
if you lose a pinky toe, you will lose balance
yeah, you got to relearn how to
quickly.
walk.
So yeah, I find that worse than not
But
being
we
able
might
to.
we might confuse Jeff Bezos' pinky toe with his head because it's very similar.
Oh yeah, nah.
maybe actually cutting is going a bit too far. It's just something like
What? And homelessness isn't going too far.
no, but
you
it's just
fucking hypocrite.
the how do you? Yeah, the problem is that how do you then redistribute the wealth?
Easy.
Like if Jeff's not sucking every time
Everyone's got PayPal.
like he gets fined or something. Yeah, it's just like
You just got to start sending everyone PayPal money.
actually yes.
Just
Yeah,
fucking
it's very doable. these
DM
days.
me. My email address, dean.spaghetti. Just send me some money, man.
Yeah.
I think it's not going to be PayPal because they charge too much, and then old mate
Elon
is going to
Elon's
get rich
right. Yeah,
again
Elon-
too
yeah,
Yeah,
quickly.
but that's great because if Jeff doesn't pay his dick sucking money, all that money flows through PayPal. Musk gets a boost. He's gonna now
Then
suck
he's got to
more
do
dick.
something.
I'm
Then,
telling you, this
then
is,
he'll probably up his spending on SpaceX and Tesla. Then everyone will just start getting free Teslas, and we'll get some
free
Mars
space
in like
rights.
a month.
exactly, and that's the whole point. Is
It's a
we
domino effect,
Here's
Harry.
why-
Now I'm on board.
and we idolize these fuckers. You don't idolize a
No.
fucker who
Okay,
starts
so
his
but
day
how do you fix?
sucking a homeless guy's dick.
I see the money thing. How does that affect climate change? Because that dick sucking marathon, it must do something for methane, or I don't know.
I mean, the question: can it be used to solve other problems?
No,
that
hold
one
on.
Yeah.
can-
That's a lot of like. What is it? What does come metamorphize in your stomach as?
I think
His face right now. You brought this up. We have to talk about this. What happens if you drink like 2 liters of cum a day? Like, what does that do for your digestion?
I think it's good in protein.
That's gonna up the methane problem for sure.
I mean, there are already lunatics drinking Yakult, that fucking horrible drink, which is it says yogurt drink of cum.
Yogurt.
Yeah, I don't know.
Cum yogi.
I mean, there was certainly. I'm sure I've seen a headline like porn star like rushed to hospital with too much. Like, actually, you can die of cum.
So we-
Overdose on cum.
But I'm guessing it's because like it's like foreign body and your immune system is triggered or something.
Yeah, it's just all the sperm doesn't
I
know
love
where to
this.
go, and it's just fighting
Yeah.
against the weird situation in the
coming out.
stomach.
It's coming out Bezos' eyes and nose and ears.
It's like Alien.
Yeah, but at some point he's going to be like, I can't fucking take it. I'm going to give away some billions to.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, but I'm serious about this. So we incentivize the money aspect. How do we incentivize, say, the CO2 thing?
That's it. Farts?
No, but
So would you tax them?
I don't know. Fart. Put 'em, I haven't thought. I've.
for every fart, you got to spend like $1 or something.
You have
to offset. offset carbon emissions payment, right? Like, why do we have to pay companies more money to offset carbon emissions because they're delivering their products? I got a bone to pick with Amazon. Why I got to pay you more
I
to
think
offset carbon? Where does the money go?
I think there could be a trickle down effect.
A trickle down.
A trickle
Down where? Your mouth hole?
Yeah, because basically the nature of the greed that makes you want to have all the billions is probably the root cause of a whole load of problems. It's like, why are we obsessed with growth all the time? Like, we need to grow, we need to burn more trees and shit.
I'm only realizing that.
And
Harry's version of the economy is the first time that the word trickle down economics actually works.
I'm telling you, this is it. We've never tried this solution. That's all I'm saying. We've had communism, capitalism. Let's try billionaires sucking dirty homeless guy dick.
What about
trickle down economics?
What about the homeless guy's choice? Do they get a choice in this?
Yeah,
There
Or
must
do you,
be,
line
there must
them
be
up,
consent.
I guess there's
I mean,
enough of them at this point to have enough consensual members.
Yeah.
I reckon the billionaires then have to pay for their therapy.
Their therapy.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
because what is the root cause of homelessness is mostly mental illness. So,
No, but I'm very Keynesian about this stuff, Christian, because I think the thing should be like if you're Jeff Bezos and you hate sucking homeless guys' dicks, your number one thought is, I need to get rid of homelessness.
sure.
And therapy is part of that program.
We know that this will not happen immediately because these people actually don't learn. So,
Agreed.
so
Okay, let's say hypothetically, there's no loopholes, and the only way to stop sucking some homeless guy's dick as a billionaire is to get rid of homelessness,
Yeah.
right?
And it could be like housing programs. It could be death squads. Who knows? But we're going to solve homelessness. It's probably death squads.
I bet,
All
because
right.
these rich assholes are so despicable. I bet you $1 million Bezos would make it so that every man who gives him a blowjob or gets a blowjob from Bezos will like die or get fucking herpes or some shit.
Yeah.
because
I
he
don't know.
already has mouth herpes.
You guys are munching M&Ms on a podcast. How fucking
Yeah.
professional. Have you noticed how many M&Ms I've had? Huh? No. Got to keep this podcast
All right.
above the water.
Respect.
Somehow.
He's got a point.
We got legit topics to talk about.
I mean, mostly this idea is born of the idea. I just love the sentence, Jeff Bezos sucking a homeless guy's dick. It just cracks me.
In your head, it creates something
Yeah.
beautiful, right?
It's a beautiful image.
But you have to put yourself in the shoes of the one shoe of the homeless person.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Come on, Christian. Come on. You haven't cracked a single Bezos joke, but you make fun of the homeless guy. I'm disappointed.
Ah, man. I mean, you have to see it from the homeless perspective. I mean, how do you go there and explain it to them? It's like, sorry, lads, no money, no food, no housing, but...
Word's going to spread pretty fast amongst the homeless
And
community.
so will other things, but...
I mean-
what do you do? Is it basically like, you know how these farmers in California, they go and pick up Mexican farmers... Mexican.
There's a Bezos bus every morning.
Yeah, what's the dick suck
Probably.
bus?
Yeah, probably.
The dick suck bus.
But it's got to be done right. It's got to be well administered, because you don't want them getting showered and washed beforehand. They need to come.
Can they after? Like you
maybe-
have to wash away the shame.
Maybe we got to bring Bezos to the homeless people.
There we go. There
That-
we go.
Yeah, we got to
And
fly.
how do we bring him there?
I don't know, but
He'll probably come in his limousine. You know?
yeah.
I'm not sure he's allowed. I think because it's already a spectacle, right? So
so you want him walking through streets?
yeah. You know, you made the comparison to the French Revolution. So when they brought up the rich cunts to get a head shorter, they had to walk through the masses, right? And they were throwing tomatoes. And
Yeah.
other dirty
Yeah, I
stuff.
want him walking down L.A. or San
Yeah.
Francisco.
South
What do you call
Central.
it? The row? The row? Is that what it's
Skid
called?
Row or-
Skid Row.
Skid Row.
And walking through Skid Row, and every person who stops him, he just has to, get right in there.
It's
in a
good.
fucking tent. If somebody wants privacy, they're like, step into my tent, Mr. Bezos.
But then they aren't homeless.
But they are, because they're living in a tent on Skid Row. It's fucking that's like the definition of homelessness.
Yeah, that's fair
The
enough.
thing, but the thing is,
Jesus Christian.
yeah, I mean, there's got to be. It can't go too far. Like,
Oh, really?
no, because
Hold up, we gotta have some empathy for the rich guy.
well, the thing is, you got to see. It's not about having empathy for the rich guy. It's about the fact that if you look after the French Revolution, things did not go well for France. Like
they did. They had
ended
a
up-
revolution, and look at them now. Their fight against Macron is second he fucking says anything about too much taxes. They're like, we don't want to work anymore. Let's wear an orange jacket and break some macarons.
Yeah, but
I love that shit. That's good.
they also had this guy called Napoleon along the way, which was not such a great time for them. Because like when you chop the head off new power, you just move it somewhere else.
Yeah, but
And that's why you
you
want
got to
to.
You
distribute
reckon that's the
it.
same with money?
Nope. They did it wrong, Harry.
Tell me.
They chopped off the head and didn't distribute anything.
Yeah, but who's in charge of the distribution?
Exactly.
Those are the ones that become the new.
Give it to a homeless guy.
And
And then
Yeah,
the
but
second he...
But this is literally what Russia did. They gave power to a de facto homeless guy, and his name was fucking Stalin.
and
So-
he did well. I used to live in the same building as Lenin.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Did you say hi?
Lenin lived in Niederdorf in
Oh, he
Zurich.
did as well.
Oh shit! Yeah,
did,
the Odeon Cafe and all.
Yeah,
this
there's a
kind of
little placard there. The father of the Russian Revolution.
shit. Yeah,
He was hanging out Cafe Odeon with
There's a bunch of them,
What's his
wasn't
name? The guy wrote
the douchebag from Italy.
Oh,
Einstein. No, I'm joking.
not Mussolini. No.
Mussolini.
He
He
wrote,
was- yeah.
Mussolini. Who wrote not Charles Dickens? Who's the famous writer that used to hang out at there?
Not Oliver Twist. I know who you mean.
Yeah, he wrote not Moby Dick. What am I thinking?
Fuck me.
Anyway, him, Einstein used to hang out there.
Yeah, a bunch
I
of
feel
people.
incredibly dumb.
Freud used to hang out. And now you go to that cafe,
You know what?
and it's a bunch of
but
fucking pricks.
imagine this group of guys,
There's
right?
not a
hanging out.
single intellectual in that cafe anymore. Just saying.
It's actually in a pretty shitty cafe.
That's
it's
fucking lame.
It promises much.
Hey,
and
hey,
always-
hey! It's a cruising spot.
For what?
What?
What do you mean cruising spot?
It's a gay cruising.
It's a
spot.
gay cruising spot.
Seriously,
Of course
Exactly what Lenin would have wanted.
that's
No,
okay.
but it's exactly what Freud would have wanted because there is still a guy that brings the cocaine. I can tell you that.
Yeah, Freud would have had sex with his mother in the bathroom.
Well, no, I've been in there sometimes with friends.
And
whatever.
no one approached you. That tells more about you.
No, but it's not like it was a mix of all
I'm
kinds
sorry,
of people.
Harry.
There's like
You're attractive to
families.
some people.
I was not
Yeah.
like either my gaydar is massively broken.
It is.
Maybe it is.
You don't even know we're gay.
Okay.
We've been living together for
Yeah,
years.
there's a weird vibe between the two of you now. You cross your leg like that.
Apparently, I talk about my balls too much. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he wasn't surprised with this information. Like
Biggest
he
news
already
ever:
knew.
Christian and I having an affair.
That would be so great.
Out on the podcast.
That'd be so great. Imagine that.
I might actually have a problem with that if that was real.
Really?
Why would you have a
problem
Why?
with that?
Why? Because we would be
I'm
talking.
being
We would have pillow talk about you.
I'd be on. Yeah, exactly.
That Harry
It would
is such a prick.
it would be massively uncomfortable from then on to do a podcast. With
Why
you
would it be uncomfortable?
Why would it be? What?
Because I'd be sat there thinking about you guys fucking each other in the ass.
That's
Like that would
that's
be.
more of a you thing
only-
than us.
It's only a you problem because we don't fuck each other in the ass that much. We're a bit more about sucking each other off.
Harry, when
Or-
you gonna
or
come
rubbing
out?
balls
When
in
are
the
you gonna
face.
come out, Harry?
I
Every theory you have is about sucking dick. There is something you're suppressing so hard.
no, I'm like
Just, daddy, come out the closet already.
there's not. If,
Nah,
even if I
that would be something.
if I did come out of the closet, there's not even any much point anymore. Like,
Yeah, because no one's waiting on the other side.
yeah, but I'm not horny.
He can't
enough.
even go to Cafe Odeon to get a blowjob.
Exactly.
The only way he's gonna get sucked off is if
No,
he's
there would be a moment where everyone goes like, "Well, I guess everyone's gay these days."
he's doing it for the hype.
Yeah, that's actually that would be the one. the one reason to do it. And then I would annoy I would become the most annoying LGBT person imaginable.
You'd become-
fuck me.
I'm
It
going-
would
I
be
would flip.
unbearable.
I would flip the full way. Teddy would be like, you need to shut the fuck up about it.
Yeah, you're too woke.
Teddy
You're
would
too woke.
Teddy would straight up sign up for like conversion therapy.
We haven't had Teddy on the podcast. Teddy is one of our bisexual,
Oh, we have
one
had
of my
Teddy.
besties. Oh yeah, we have had Teddy.
Yeah, we did.
Have we?
Yeah, we did.
I mean, it wasn't so memorable, but
Wow.
no, he had the good one. He came and gave us a podcast review,
Oh
which
yeah,
was
yeah. He was amazing.
which was an interesting.
Shout out to Teddy.
perspective.
Well,
Compared, I mean, he was actually someone that made an effort.
gay conversion therapy.
Imagine that. Just like
Well, if
I mean, I could see it happen. Like Harry coming out and Teddy the next day just in the group chat. Sorry guys, I'm gone for like 3 months. I believe in Jesus now.
yeah.
What other conversion therapies are there?
Shock therapy.
And there's shock therapy. Were there any like to change people from one thing to another?
Yeah.
What being from a massive prick into what?
Yeah, I don't know.
What are you
Not
talking
a
about?
billionaire.
I mean, like, because you'd think like if that kind of stuff worked, you'd already have like Coke and Pepsi running therapy conversion to their brand farms. Corporations would be on this.
What? You don't think they already don't put anti-gay drugs in the Coca-Cola? Sugar makes you gay.
Okay, no, it's true. They put the drinks machines in schools. It's already happening.
Fuck yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
what's well, let's do. I think before we go to this, what's the plugs, yo?
Well, we got something to plug
Apart from Bezos,
apart from each other.
hey,
Hey,
you're not invited.
I didn't want to be invited.
You just have to ask.
So 16th of September.
16th of September
Alright,
it is.
I'm looking at you to do
Yeah.
something.
No,
I'll
I
do
know.
it. What's happening 16th September, Christian?
Hey, I hear that this podcast is doing their third.
The
Live
XYZ
show.
podcast. I
XYZ
love those guys.
It's amazing. They're doing their third live show, Harry.
Exactly. And I've heard that they've actually got a new concept.
What they do?
It's a combination of the In Your Face Comedy Clinic
Nice.
and the XYZ live show.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, I know. It's
Still trying to keep my ad voice going.
surprising news. It's like what is that? Exclusive on
It's an exclusive on the,
on the-
XYZ podcast.
on the end of the podcast no one listens to. Exclusively revealing things to ourselves.
Yeah, by the time this is coming out, we probably already have tickets on Event Frog. The show is going to be at Comedy House for the third time in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Let's fill this bitch.
And I don't know. No one, I think, based 2 out of 2 times, the crowd left happy.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you're going to
Yeah, we
be in
had
for
actually a
gonna be
great
in
night,
for a good
both
show.
times.
I think we should go all out this time. I think we should do it bigger and better than ever before. I think
That
you should.
depends on you, audience. Just come along. Come along for the ride. Trust us. We've been doing this for a while now. We
Yeah.
know how to set up a good show.
We can only get
Come
better.
along. Yeah, it's gonna be
Exactly.
fun. And then we all go and have a party. So
More details later.
exactly.
Fantastic.
What else?
Same month, 29th of September, there is going to be a massive show at Volkshaus, bitches.
I'm going to be there.
Volkshaus is one of the most beautiful venues in Zurich, if not the most beautiful venue,
I disagree.
aside of Comedy House.
It's above my favorite hammam, so it's pretty good.
um,
If I'm not at the show, I'm naked.
I'm literally contractually obliged to ignore Harry talking about the hammam. No, it's fine. It's going to be fucking amazing. We have a couple of friends of the shows on the show. Jonathan Duffy, who's been on this podcast before. It's going to be amazing. Sola, also known as Snjolle Ludwigsdottir, she's going to be there. Peter Flanagan and Javi Castells going to be doing this show. I will be hosting together with Benjamin Delahaye.
I can't wait to see Jono. Benjamin, not so much.
And it's a special anniversary.
It is. It's 5 years of the English stand-up show.
Yeah, wow.
in Zurich, which is fucking fantastic.
That's pretty insane
I have
to think about.
joined Benjamin along the way. He has created this format 5 years ago. It's amazing to be part of it. It's going to be awesome.
You'd assume it'd be good by now. This is why I haven't been.
Wait, I gotta say
for a long time.
one thing. There was something on Reddit where, on the Swiss subreddit, where they were talking about something. Someone asked like, "What type of entertainment?" And I was being helpful. I said, "Oh, you can find out about comedy shows here." And then someone else came along and said, "Oh, a bunch of those loser expat comedians."
Who the fuck?
And
Do you know who it was?
Who the fuck?
I think, okay, so what I could figure out, it was probably like ETH person, foreign student, possibly of Indian origin, who's now moved to New Zealand.
Fuck 'em.
But they're still in the Swiss subreddit trolling. And it was, that one got to me. I'm like, this fucking, yeah.
Did it hit you deeply?
No, it's
because
'cause
you're actually not an expat.
It's, yeah,
you
but
never made that money.
yeah, it's that. But
Damn
there's also like just that someone defined a label. Loser expat comedians. So
It is accurate though. I'm not.
It is
gonna lie.
accurate. That's the
That's
truth.
why it hurts.
That's why it hurts.
Well,
But I would say, I think actually in the 5-year period, there's been a lot of people that have worked hard to actually get a little bit better. It's true. We're trying, guys. Fucking hell.
Harry Fox, everyone. Harry Fox, basically condensing years of comedic development in this city. And I do just say this city because this is a Zurich-specific thing. Comedians in Basel are way better. It's he condensed it so nicely. Some people have made an effort.
Yeah, exactly. And no, I mean, the ones that didn't dropped out, but that's the thing. But the thing, just all I'm saying is wait another 5 years and comedy's actually going to be good in Zurich.
Yeah, that's the 10-year rule.
That's not true.
Or probably it will be, you go to Kontiki, there are 10 comedians with 30 seconds to do comedy each and 3 hours of Amit Bilge doing crowd work. That's the future of comedy in Zurich. Rev Yaman.
That's funny.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Okay,
Bye.
bye. Ciao.